the heart of the forge where the embers glow, Emphyr searches high and low for the steel that sings like a blade of fire. He'll face the dark and never tire. The cost, the weight he bears through endless nights and battle stares. Each strike of the hammer, each swing of the blade, the journey is long but he's unafraid. Through the ash and smoke the flames grow higher. He won't back down and forge his desire. Steel in his heart and fire in his eyes. He'll rise above, he'll touch the sky. Steel in the fire, forged in the night. A hero's path, a warrior's fight. He'll seek the power in the iron's call. Through the flames he'll conquer all. For every battle, for every test, he'll find the strength, he'll give his best. With the heat of the forge and the clash of steel, he'll shape his fate, he'll make it real. Echoes of war, the cries in the air. He's forged in the struggle, he's learned to dare. In the shadows of mountains, the caverns deep, he hunts for the ore that never sleeps. The stars above and the earth below guide him onward as the embers glow. With every blow, with every flame, he carves his legend and earns his name. Through the ash and smoke, the flames grow higher. He won't back down and forge his desire. Steel in his heart and fire in his eyes. He'll rise above, he'll touch the sky. Steel in the fire, forged in the night. A hero's path, a warrior's fight. He'll seek the power in the iron's call. Through the flames he'll conquer all. For every battle, for every test, he'll find the strength, he'll give his best. With the heat of the forge and the clash of steel, he'll shape his fate, he'll make it real. Roar, he feels the burn with each molten strike. The lessons he's learned, he's tempered by flame, unbroken by fear. The echoes of courage are all he hears. The Emphyr rings with a warrior song. He's fought the weak, he's battled the strong. Through the darkness he's found his way. The steel of a hero born from the fray. Steel in the fire, forged in the night. A hero's path, a warrior's fight. He'll seek the power in the iron's call. Through the flames he'll conquer all. For every battle, for every test, he'll find the strength, he'll give his best. With the heat of the forge and the clash of steel, he'll shape his fate, he'll make it real. Steel in the fire, forged in the night. A hero's path, a warrior's fight. He'll seek.
Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pax Dei. Emphyr search for steel. Okay, so let's get into it. I just loaded up the game. The game has... I bought it through Steam, so it has the easy cheat modifier to it, and it's a pain in the butt, but I got in. So let's connect to the server and go ahead and get into our episode 71 episode. Today we'll go with some communication on skilling, leadership insights, and we'll get some fun conspiracy theories as we're heading into the holiday season and the new year. And I always forget to do this. Ever since my first couple episodes, I need to figure out if my voice is reaching you. So there I go. So I had to turn on the aux. All right, so today I saw somebody moving in across the river. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they moved in across the river, and their plot is actually over there on that mountain. So interesting. I created some more beehives today, and of course, as you can see, I also did some other things. Oh, that must be Bugs. Bugs is across the river. I tried to build over there, but it was too close to a couple houses at the time, and I was like, nah, I'll go down in the valley. It was a bad choice. Well, I wouldn't say a bad choice, but next game I will be able to take what I need from the map and figure out exactly where I need to go. Okay, so let's see. I do got a level blacksmithing. Fletching has to go up. Skinning is just every time I hunt. I should get some wine making and brewing done. And then get a couple other things going. However, I do need my mushrooms. So the mushrooms are up in this area here. I can go over to the left here as well. Anything with these forests really will have these type of mushrooms. So I'm gonna go up since I'm closer to the up than I am to the over, technically. Actually, I'm pretty close either way. To be fair. I go up through the mining area. I could probably get there pretty fast, but last I checked, it was all the way over here. Let's go. Let's go this way. I know there's some more up there. I gotta map out. All right. Let's do this. Oh, we're going this way. Gotta go up, not over. Alright, so skilling takes, of course, resources, and the resources that you need are going to be... Well, you gotta go forage and gather and sometimes hunt, which is all well and good. It's not a big deal, honestly. But getting there is a big deal, and in Pax Dei, you can run, and that's about it. You are allowed to run. Yeah, so I'll just run through the border, and remember the skill tip. You run through the border, and as you're sprinting through the border, your stats reset. And when they reset, you just hold down your sprint and you become a sprinter until the next border or until you release the sprint button. It's a little tip, pro tip. They'll probably, meaning the devs will probably code that out in the next iteration. But for now, we're allowed to do it. So I'm going to get a little bit more time to travel, or reduce the time to travel, I should say. You gotta be very careful when sprinting, because sprinting around corners, you want to be very precise. Otherwise, you're going to take a topple, and you will die. A horrible death. Not a horrible death. It'll just be you wincing in these types of considerations. Now, as you cross a river with this technique, just remember to keep your sprint going. And this one has a little land before you swim, so it's actually a little deceiving on the amount of river you have to cross, which is cool, because if you find it, then you have a little player knowledge that other players don't have. Like going through here, you're going to encounter a bear, a couple of dire wolves. So you would just want to keep sprinting through, and you'll make it past them fairly easily. Getting a little bit of lag, that's not bad though. I know there's another dire wolf coming up here, which usually chases me, even though I am sprinting. Oh boy. I got two coming at me. That's fine. We'll keep the sprint going. Oh, wow. They didn't... I guess he turned away from me as I was sprinting by him. Okay. I'll take it. That does... And the game does take into effect the... Where they're looking is a factor in whether you sneak up on them or they turn to fight you immediately. So keep that in mind as you're playing the game. It does factor into everything. So strategy on waiting and then running by them, or waiting and walking by them, it does matter. So another little pro tip. But skilling is basically going to get your resources, right? You want to go get your resources, and a lot of the resources. You don't want to just have a little bit of the resource. You want a lot of the resource. So here I'm going for mushrooms, right? Not those mushrooms, though. The bay bolet. And those are really... I think they're a 3 diamond, but honestly, they're pain in my butt, honestly. There is an area up here where I have to be careful, because there are creatures, if I'm not too careful, that will end me in this area. And I brought light armor. Mostly because I just don't want to deal with anything. See the boar. I didn't even think the boar was there. That's right. We have the sprint on still, so we'll just sprint past the boar. And then we will check to see if the boar's behind us. And then we will... Oh, we ran into the lime, so the sprint is over. Sun in this fog is amazing. And now I can rest, make sure everything's there. And of course, I gotta seat, because I've been in the relaxed position, and now I have to be next to my microphone. And of course, there are mushrooms over this way. I just gotta find them. I remember them being somewhere around here. So we'll continue. I still gotta worry about structures. You see that structure right there? There's a creature in there, so I don't want to get too close. And as I pass the structure, I'll go back down. Oh, golden poppy. Pick it up. Not getting too close to the structure, I hope. Did I miss? Okay. Alright. That was my own fault. Okay. Let's see. Still looking for these mushrooms. I gotta mark them on the map, because golden poppy, as you can see, I've run into. They're very easy to see. I'm not really too worried about them. But these mushrooms are very hard to see. So I'll go into the brush a little bit. There's cloudberry, which I don't have any use for right now. Limestone is something I don't really need right now, so I'm not gonna farm it. Alright. Oh, and I almost forgot. Drop your questions in the chat, share your thoughts, and if we have a discussion going on, let's make it a good one. Keep in mind that we are setting our sights on having an engaging conversation, and if we have any conversations that, I should say all our conversations should yield some movement in position, whether it's your position or my position, right? That's okay. That's what the channel is here to learn. Oh, there's a bear. Oh, there's the rosemary. Definitely need that. Alright, I'm far enough away from that to bring up the map. Mark this as... what do I want to mark it as? Let's make it a fruit. Anything with a fruit is a good thing. You want to stay here because I thought there was a... That's rye. I don't need rye. Okay, fine. I'll pick it up. I'll drop it later if I need to make room. Alright, let's see. There's nothing really down there I need to go after, so I don't really need to fight the bear. And I will make the conscious choice not to fight the bear. But I know there's something along this side. Yeah, it's high mellow. Always pick up high mellow. And more rye. Rye is good for breads. It's also got a couple other recipes that you really want to collect some. And I have enough chests back at my home that I made today. Ah, more rosemary. Let's make sure I cover all the rosemary. Here we go. And of course, we'll bring up the map and we will have to do it. There. Oh, well, I don't want that over there. I want it here. All right, so just put one for these two. Now I gotta get my bearings so I don't walk into a bear. Get it? All right, I'm gonna get this way. All right, so the rosemary was easy to find this time. There's another bear. Elderberry. I'll take the elderberry. When I do get the cooking enough for the elderberry, I will need it. Go this way, run it. Run around the bear, and then back down. All right, let's take a look. See if we can see anything without the smoke. It's very nice that I could do that. And actually, I'm going to head to this forest here. More rye. Rye is a pretty low-level baking item. That's why I said I could drop it later, but since I'm here, you know what I mean? Alright, let's talk a little bit about the core mechanic of skilling in Pax Dei. Alright, so the big thing that you need to know, the very general, and I've said this in past podcasts, but always worth bringing up again. General skilling in Pax Dei, you can try to be a master of all. But if you try to be a master of all in an MMO, especially this one, the developers told me outright, and everybody in a post in Discord, that they're not trying to have a game where everybody is a master of everything. So if you become a master of everything, it's because you put some work into it. And that's okay. That's your choice for sure. But if you're playing this game just as an MMO RPG type of game, the amount of time spent to skill up everything. Now, keep in mind, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I should have just did 12, right? Wait, 4 times 16 skills. Wait. And then you have, that's 8, 9, 10 combat skills. So 16 normal skills. They're actually going to add a few of these. I think they're adding farming and something else. So you'll actually have a lot of skills to choose from. Mining and woodcutting are base skills for everything on this. Meaning you're going to have to chop wood, and you're going to have to get some type of sand or rock or something to that effect. If you want to map out your character as far as skill sets are concerned, I would highly advise really taking the time and sitting down and associating skills. I haven't found that yet. I'm sure it exists, but until 1.0, I'm not gonna map the skills to each other just yet. That is my plan, is to map the skills to each other. So, for example, for leather working. In leather working, I'm going to need to gotta watch for different creatures here. These are dire wolves mostly. And there's a pair of dire wolves. I can take everything in this forest. Really? Fox. I like how they gave them 4 animals, though, because they're a creature that actually has a nice pelt traditionally, so it's kind of cool. The other thing about searching in forests is you don't know who's been here before you. So keep that in mind as you're going through the forests. Oh, bat flower. Now let me mark this. I like to mark where the bat flowers are. Not that I need them for anything, but it's nice to know that, because you only get a couple per location. And every once in a while, red currant. Wow. Let me put that on my map too. I've been looking for red currant. Not that I need it. I'm a little past it. Ah, crap. I'll put that there. I'll just make sure when I see that, the red currant comes to mind as well as the bat flower. So a couple of different resources. Oh, wait. What can I just realized. Can I do this? Yeah, I can. I just had to zoom in. That's a rookie mistake. Remember to zoom in on your map to mark a little bit more detailed location of different resources. Your map is going to serve you well if you upkeep it. I haven't. Otherwise, I'd just basically go through life doing this. What you see is what you get. I go through, then I go back up, and I don't need that right now, that type of mushroom. I'm only looking for one type of mushroom. Everything else is just really icing on the cake. That's a skull cap. I'll take a skull cap. Alright. Skull cap mine. I don't need to mark it because there's a lot of skull caps, so I don't really care. red onion. I'll pick up the red onion. Not that I need it though. See if there's any more red onion around here. Usually there's groups of 5 or 6. And I should be looking around. Keep an eye on your health and stamina, always. And always look around. Because that. Interesting. See that second rush attack? Interesting. We did a couple things there different. He missed completely once, which is good because what I'm trying to do is diminish the avoid, right? Dodge is always a good strategy on combat, but I am definitely trying to make sure that my strategy is sound, right? You don't want to run around with like a chicken with your head cut off. You want to have purpose for the movements, right? As any good PvP player, these will serve you well in those instances if you ever have to have the PvP. I saw light at the bottom. Stalwart. I don't need Stalwart. How many are over there? Just the one? Get them to come over to me. And that's... I did that to myself. But I'll take the advantage. If I'm going to take the hit... I thought I had him. There we go. I took some damage that time, but not too crazy. So I'm okay with that. I should just keep my shield and stuff out. It doesn't really matter. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look for different things. If it was protecting any type of mushroom or resource. It might have been protecting that granite resource, which I can't mine just yet. I need an iron picks 2. Which, again, going with my blacksmithing skill, right? I need to craft one of those. There's some bat flowers. Do I have this? I do not. So let's create a bat flower. They're a pretty flower, actually. Again, the game designers did a good job with the drawing and stuff. Let's see, I'm headed toward a bad person. I should actually get my armor and actually come back out. Are these red apples? I'll take them. Stalwart. You can use items or terrain to your advantage as well, so keep that in mind too. Yeah, these are granite deposits. That is a lot of dire wolves. Mine 1 or 2, but that's like 3. 2 would be pretty difficult to battle, honestly. In my current armor. I'm in my scouting armor. I'm not here. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Man, I can't believe I haven't found any mushrooms yet. How annoying is that? The bay mushrooms is what I'm looking for. And I have to mark them the next time because I know they're around here somewhere. The other thing is they could be regenerating because I might not be the first one going through here tonight, which is okay. I mean, it's part of the game. No idea what the nightshade does just yet. I'm gonna take it. Every so often, things look familiar, and I'm like, God, I remember the mushrooms being around here. But notice the determination and the purpose, the purposeful searching. I'm sure there's a better way of doing the searching than what I'm doing. But I am a stalwart. I got plenty. Don't need it. Yeah, boy. I really don't want to try to take 2 dire wolves in this armor. Maybe if I can separate them. Can I get 1 to come? Nope. Ooh. And I didn't look at my frickin'... Gotta run. I gotta take the chance. I am headed right into an area I don't want to be. Crap. I need time to eat because I did not. You can't sprint and do something at the same time. I can block if something's there. I didn't eat, and that was my fault. A lot of damage for no reason. Alright. So, you can collaborate for faster skill progression, by the way. And that's basically, especially with the market system now, you can ask somebody, hey, I'll pay this amount of money for these type of ingredients. And if somebody has those type of ingredients, then, you know, great, awesome. So now, when I'm in this area, I'm looking for rosemary. Oh. All right. Let's mark that on the map. Where am I? I ran pretty far. Oh, okay. Do that, and rosemary. Do that. Rosemary allows me to make venison links, which are really powerful. I shouldn't say really powerful. They're one of my more powerful areas, or more powerful cooking recipes. And let me see if I have it up. Yeah, here it is. So it gives me 30 health, 30 stamina for 25 minutes. And it gives me a health regen of 0.4, which is good because all your regens stack on one another. So keep that in mind as you're looking for stuff and you're cooking, and which ones you want to actually cook with. I got really lucky. I was like running like a madman. I stayed alive, which is good. Rosemary should be more plentiful, in my opinion, but it's not. Like I said, it's a mid-level cooking. I'm not like a high-level cook, so it's interesting to be part of the world and then realize that. And this is where collaboration. You can talk to people. And it's an MMO, so you should talk to people. I don't talk to people that often. I don't know why. I do talk to them. You might not see it, but I do talk to them. They're little markers. I don't need more rye. Okay. Let's go this way. Let's see. Yeah, if anybody's a player of Pax Dei, let me know your thoughts, how you approach certain things, how you look for certain resources. Is there a particular search pattern you use? Definitely don't want to fall down there. And remember, Q is your friend. Q just allows you to look around without having to hit the W key the entire time. Meat is good. Meat I can take. Wheat is one of those baking items that I'm going to need more of in the future. All right, so where is the bear going? Let's go this way. I want to walk. I don't want to run around things. And the reason is because I don't want to miss any resources. If I have to run, I will. But honestly, I don't want to run if I don't have to run. And these clumps of grass, you want to definitely walk through. And that'll give you an opportunity to see if there's anything hidden inside. Sometimes there is, sometimes there is not. Oh, what was that? Nothing. Okay. The problem with Q, or allowing the computer to just continue forward at a pace, your walking pace or your running pace, is sometimes it does not release from it in time, and you fall over cliffs and stuff. Alfalfa, huh? Oh. Could be close enough for that. There we go. And Alpha Alpha is a 1 diamond, so it's not really... If I have to drop it later, I'll drop it. 4 diamond being the most, or the most current right now. Wheat is always a good thing. Ooh. This is what I mean by being careful and not using Q. There we go. And wheat, let me see how much I have. I have 59. See, I haven't even gotten a full stack of 100 yet, and I've picked up quite a bit, or what's seemingly quite a bit. I'll take the high mallow, because high mallow is good for potions. I can't recall which potions off the top. Yeah, but here's something that you can use, the journal, right? And then you go ingredients, you go alpha, and there's alfalfa, gives you the alfalfa extract, which gives you the Aegis Potion 3, which is what I'm carrying now, is the Aegis Potion 9, so I can really get rid of the alfalfa for what to. Aegis Potions are basic potions that allow for... It's like a potion of defense. It lasts a little bit. Doesn't last a whole lot of time. I thought I saw something that would be useful to me. Okay. And every so often you want to take a look at the map to ensure where you're walking. Alright, so this is that major forest. I haven't marked anything in it, so I'm going to go back in it. I know there's something there, right? Other than just direwolves ready to kill me. Yeah, see the badger. It's gonna see me, and it's gonna make a really wicked noise. And then I'm going to look for my mushrooms. Yeah, I think these are the 2 that I tried to take before. Is this part of the forest? Yeah, let me get out here. See how far I can go before I have to... Yeah. What is that? That's a bear. Okay. So I might be able to get down there without dying. But what I want to do is ensure that when I get down there, I can get back up without having to fight a bear. Maybe. There's a road down there. Honestly, it's not worth it for me. But we will, if you sprint, you can kind of like parkour across some surfaces that might normally make you fall. I think I made it past direwolves, so come back up in. Alright. I want to be careful, because I know there's another direwolf sitting around here somewhere, right? This is what the mists are very effective in getting you close. You have to be close to the monster before you realize it. Like that. Just walk away from them. There we go. And this should be... But I don't want to go. What I probably will try to do is... Maybe if I go down here. Again, running down stuff will not kill you or to take fall damage. Some things you gotta be careful. There's a bat flower. Another bat flower. Something to map? I'm going to map it. There's 2 dire wolves. Wow. 2 boar over there. Let's cut that. Let's put this kind of down the middle and see if I can get by him without having to fight him. Part of the adventure of Pax Dei is actually traversing these obstacles and getting to the areas that you want to get to. Sometimes without fighting, sometimes with fighting, but it's all part of the adventure. I once said that, and I agree with Thor here, Pirate Software, I believe he is, channel. He said part of the experience. Part of the experience is the adventure, right? To get there. I don't know if somebody came through or there's just nobody here. Let's see if I go. Really want to go that way, huh? Which is, I was primed and ready to go. Let me make a right and see if I can still go that way. Remember, walk through here even though you want to get somewhere. This is a new path for me. I might see some rosemary, and in doing so, I will collect it. And you're also listening for monsters, by the way. Ooh. That looks like something I don't want to be near. Did somebody come through here? Because I don't see many monsters either. Butter companion? Or campion? Campion? Good for potions. Not powerful potions, but potions nonetheless. And am I heading in the right direction? Alright, so actually, if I go this way, I might be able to get some more whatever I've scouted out over here. If I go straight that way. What do we got? Alright, so enough strategies. I think everybody understands where I'm going with this. I think these are already things that I've picked up. I'll go a little bit further. They might have respawned, you never know. And if they did, that'd be awesome. All this for mushrooms. Yeah, I think I've already collected these, so let's head that way. Again, walk, don't run. If you're searching for resources, it would be... It would not suit you well because you'll miss Like, I'm out. Hear a bear to my left, so I'm going right. All right, let's see. Leadership. Let's talk about leadership in the guilds. Now, in future versions of this game, I will be part of the guild. Part of a good leader. Well, part of any good leader. And take this as part of the real world in the MMO at the same time. Communication skill is the number one game or real life leadership skill. If you cannot communicate what you mean or what you want, or, well, that's basically it. But if you can't communicate that, then you have, I would say, failed as a leader. And the reason being is, if you, well, I think everybody can kind of see the reason, but I'm going to say it out loud. If you cannot articulate what you need or want, you are not going to be able to complete jobs or satisfy customer experience or gather, in the case of the MMO, gather exactly what you need for a person or a group of people in your clan. I think I've been here before. I think I have to go this way. This is a bear up here. I'm not. I'll take it. I mean, I cannot. Oop. What I don't need is this, I don't need those. And it's easily gotten somewhere else. There we go. There we go. Okay. Wow, that's what I just dropped. Okay. Yeah, so decision making, balancing fairness and efficiency and resource distribution. As a leader, you don't want two alchemists competing for the resources that were brought in by the clan. You want to communicate clear expectations of the distribution, right? And if two people are becoming alchemists, do you have the need for that much alchemy to be, or that much and that many potions to be crafted? So also keep that in mind as well, because you're looking at, as a leader, you're looking at supply chains, you're looking at distribution, you're looking at a lot of different factors when you're talking. You can theoretically call your clan a company, and as a leader, you're going to have sub leaders in case you're not online, and those you should have some meetings with those individuals every once in a while, so you can communicate the necessities of the clan or the guidance of where the clan is going, right? That's interesting. This is like a really sheer cliff, and it's not shown up on the map. Or is it? Now, let's go this way. I've been this way before, so running doesn't prohibit me from doing anything or finding anything. And that road is really where I need to go. There we go. And then I'll go this way, right? Yeah, I just want to go straight down to the junction point. Not going to find any resources on the road, so no need to walk on the road. All right, so here, though, I want to basically go straight and kind of make a left turn. I think there might be actually something near this monolith. Like I said, the wheat is one of those things that you're going to need plenty of, and it comes in stacks of 100. So it's always good to have the wheat. I was hoping there was rosemary near this fennel. No rosemary. Okay. I think I'm going that way. Yeah, I kind of want to go around this rock face. All right, let's see. So, before I did mention that MMOs could increase your leadership capability outside the game. I wholly believe that because you're going to, especially MMOs like Pax Dei or EVE Online, to a lesser degree, Throne and Liberty, but still in the vein. Or if you're playing a survival game, right? Leadership, a clear leadership chain is really necessary for the survival of a clan or the survival of a in a survival game. Your literal survival, so you don't have to die like left and right. I don't play survival games, so that's something I just don't do. This one's the closest one to a survival game, but the clans you have a little bit more control over. But the leadership aspect of it is you have difficulties within a team, right? You could actually have arguments between people. We are strangers. When we join clans, there might be a clash of personalities. You'll be able to understand or be able to address them, or at least if not address them, you'll be able to recognize them in the real world. Like somebody has a personality, has a personality conflict with another person, right? So these are all absolute gems that these games can provide. And I'll say, provided that you join a clan. Without joining a clan, you're kind of stuck. Alright, I think I can get up to that forest, but this way. Is this wheat again? No, rye. Lots of rye in this area. Climb up here. Lots of fennel, too. I think I got a ton of fennel, so I'm not really worried about fennel. I don't like running up that incline without knowing what's on the other side, you know what I'm saying? Alright. But leaders can evolve. They can emerge too. You want to recognize exceptional leadership within the clan. You don't want to take it. I hear the bear, so I'm kind of gonna go around the bear if I can. How close is the bear? This is odd. Yeah, it wasn't moving. I was not liking that. It took me to waste an arrow to actually move. Which is fine. I'm okay with that. It just was scary being around the bear. What else about leadership do you think MMOs could offer? And I really believe, I truly in my heart believe that MMOs could bring introverts and extroverts out. And we'll have conversations about identification of certain personalities and certain traits, right, for people, because they are very important to understand the differences between people. And how to relate, how to communicate with those type of people as well. Psychologists and sociologists have done a lot, and I want to make sure that's a bear. Damn, that's right current, I think. Let's get it and then leave. And that's a wolf. Is it one? It looks like one. I didn't check my health. I'll probably have to... I'll probably have to leave. Because I didn't check my health. Let's see if it catches up. There we go. Doing the bear circle. Yeah, I gotta be careful. Keep my guard up. Wow, that was way too close for a stupid move on my part. I'll be the first one to say that. I'm gonna uncover something over here. That's worth my time. Nothing so far. Oh boy, that sucked. Well, it didn't entirely suck. I mean, I did win the battle. I was just hoping for some bay. Somebody farm it out? Like, they would have to come and be gone, like, within 15 minutes of myself, because these things regenerate. It's not like they don't. Ah, here we go. Put out the map. Where am I? I'm over here. Oh, and I'm right on top of a flower I've already put. So, gamey for not looking at the map. Make sure I've collected them all. And what I'll do is look to see. It says it's over here, so I'm gonna go over here. See exactly what I missed. Let's see. I need to go that way. Ah, there. And see, I totally missed these, and I came up. That's why you mark things on the map, by the way. Let's see. Here's some philosophies that leaders could learn from. I did write about this in my LinkedIn, but some of the things like Plato's philosopher king, leadership as a balance of wisdom and practicality. So basically, you want to balance long-term goals with short-term needs, right? So that's a big deal. So maybe this is a leadership aspect where you, as the leader, will decide who gets certain positions and why those positions need to exist in such a way where the people you assign to lead those positions have a grasp of the needs of the clan, the needs of the people skilling in the clan. And this is true for the outside world as well, by the way. As a leader, you need to make decisions based off of the needs of the company and the needs of the team. So you always want to do long-term planning and weigh that with the short-term needs of your plan. Whether that's hiring, firing. I remember a story back in, I want to say it was the 90s, was it? I can't remember, but the story went, and this was anecdotal to say the least. The story went that a manager came up in a startup and said, "Hey, I need more people to do X, Y, and Z, and here's the justification, etc." And the CEO at the time was like, "Okay, all right, that's fine. You've justified it, but I want you to realize you will have to fire anybody that is over your capabilities." And what he meant by that is anytime you hire somebody over the need because of a short-term need, you may have to fire them. So the lesson was keep that in mind. Nobody's telling you can't do it. But as you are part of the there we go. Wow, these are out here. As you're part of the company, I'll put that there. You are going to have to fire these individuals if your short-term needs are met and our bottom line needs to be reconciled. It makes sense to me. You don't hire people willy-nilly, right? That's I think one of the misnomers of business and one of the failings of leadership. If you have too many people, you're gonna have to get rid of some of them, and it'll be your responsibility. Don't lay that responsibility of telling that person, "Well, I hired too many people, so I have to let people go." That is a crappy response. And it's a crappy person. Remember, we go back to ethics and morals. So short-term gain, or short-term gain, long-term strategy. We should be creating or drafting business proposals, and this is one thing I have a problem with many corporations in the Wall Street areas, that they are crafting these short-term gains to look good in Wall Street, which will be great for everybody in the short term, but in the long term, you have issues. I said there's wheat, rye. Actually, the rye is actually going to be useful. I forgot about that. Get rid of that and that. Get more spell caps. That's fine. Let's see. Sun Tzu, Art of War. And, famous for the Art of War, Chinese philosopher and warrior. In the knowing your team, adapting to change, and planning for the unexpected was one of his teachings. And a very wise teaching that is. One thing that you want to do, especially in games, you have to keep up with the intelligence. You have to have your intelligence division. It makes sense, right? So if your intelligence division is telling you that the developers are coming out with this mod and it'll affect these areas, that's what you use your intelligence division for, to ensure that you have the or the right information for the future of the game. So you really are putting your resources in the plans in the crosshairs, so long as you have the ability to create a strategy based off of the new information. Now, in a game, there's very few times where the game will be like, we're going to take away something just because. But there are, for balancing, there might be some reasoning for it, right? Which is fine, but what you don't want to do is fight 2 dire wolves at the same time in this armor. I'm almost ready to go back, honestly. Let's see if I can swing by. Ooh, there's some. I want to mark this area. There we go. Nice. Nicely done. That's now that I'm actually finding the mushrooms. That's nice. Okay, so we'll go up this way. I have to run up here. I want to make sure that bear is nowhere near me. Make sure when I go back down here, there's no wolves that are going to bite my head off. Oh, what's that? That is a wolf. Is there only one? Let's see if I can split the hairs without challenging them. The good news about the mists is they might not see me, because that's a bear, though. I can continue down this road, or do I have to run? Alright, I have enough skull caps. There we go. What is that? That's a whispering. Gotta be careful not to run into the bear. Or into these wolves. Luckily, I need the path through here safely in navigating. Alright, I think I'm done for now. I really wanted to do a little bit more think that way is blocked because of that. No, too close. Alright, let's head back. Okay. So what you want to do with knowing your team, adapting to change, planning for the Sun Tzu, right? So you want to do a lot of that, even in the game. Leadership isn't all the time thing, but it can be learned through gaming and applied into IRL. Interactive question is here's something. Which leadership philosophy resonates with you the most that I've got? Plato's Philosopher King or Sun Tzu's Zero? You got tactical versus wisdom, right? Let's see. So let's have some fun in the last half hour or so. Let's have some fun with some conspiracy theories. What's your favorite conspiracy theory right now? Type it in the chat or give me a comment, and I'll enjoy going down the rabbit hole, so to speak. Let's see what my friend has here this sound. I think he was pretty high priced. Let's see what he got. I definitely want to do the patronage if I can. Now he's getting rid of stuff. It's leftovers. 3 for bone fragments, really? That's 32s. I think I have that one though. I can make that one. That's asking a little too much for those. The market will start to even out. People have given up lots for this. I don't get that. It's public. Yes. If they have any bay, I'm gonna buy some bay, but I doubt they have bay. Nobody would give up that high quality. A lot of end products though. Now these guys, this guy's a little high on his pricing, I think. Some of these are pretty good, don't get me wrong. There's a fatty for 200. Oof. Wow, that's a lot. 200. Man, they're asking for a lot. We gotta kill a lot of stuff for some of that. That's alright. It was good to peruse the goods. Alright, so what's your favorite conspiracy theory? I mean, the moon landing, the Mandela Effect, which I think is I like time conspiracies. Alien influence on ancient structures, which is one of my favorites. I can't tell you how many times I've watched that History Channel. They give you just enough history to try to convince you that the aliens did build the pyramids. There's some kind of ancient conspiracy, right? Here's where I go. Let's hold on to that alien influencing ancient structures. Let's do some math. Just some fast math. The Earth dated. If we let's say it's back, so we can converse on this. 5 billion years. Earth's been around 5 billion years. That's 5,000 million years. Think about that statement. It's crazy, right? 5,000 million years. In that time, there was a period of, what was it, 300 million or even 500 million years where dinosaurs, a different species, was around. An entirely different species. The humans weren't even thought of that we can find evidence. 250 million years, or five. We'll just call it 500 million years. Here, let me. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick ChatGPT. How long were dinosaurs on planet Earth? Let's see what it says. Because it's interesting when you do this math, and I don't want to be completely off. That's why I'm doing the ChatGPT thing. I don't have any more room, but I do have skinning. I do have time for skinning. There we go. Leave that for somebody who needs it. All right, so it says the timeline of the dinosaurs. All right, so it's making me add. So the dinosaurs lived during the Mesozoic era, which is 250 million years ago. So they say the first dinosaurs appeared about 230 million years ago. And then they went extinct around 66 million years ago. So from in the Cretaceous period. So let's for our argument, let's say 500 million years the dinosaurs roamed the Earth, and let's say evolution took that path. Let's say there was a myriad of factors that ended them. One may have been a meteor large enough to create a winter that never ended, or ended hundreds of thousands of years or millions of years later. So, cold-blooded creatures probably died. Well, not probably, we did, right? And we find evidence of them, but so anyway. So 250 million years ago, so there was 4 billion years before the dinosaurs evolved. 4 billion years. And then you have 250 million years ago. And then you have 66 million years. So 66 million years until now. Think about that. 66 million years until now. And we're saying, now keep in mind that our history, as far as we can find it, is about 300,000 years. Maybe a little older than that for humans, but let's say we'll even be generous. 350 million years, or 350,000 years ago, with the current state of humans. So, what are we? Homo sapiens, I think. And that's 300,000 years. In 300,000 years, we have gone from, well, not we've gone from this stone wheel and fire, to quantum computing and space travel. Limited space travel, albeit, but still space travel. So my hypothesis is, why couldn't humans, being as resilient as we are, figure out how to survive catastrophic events that occurred on Earth? Whether that is volcanic, whether that is meteor, space, whether that is tectonic plate shift, or more recent theories, magnetic pole shifts, which seem to occur every 6,000 years, which, interestingly enough, puts us back in the Stone Age every time it happens. So, in 6,000 years, we've gone from the Euphrates fertile valley. Well, now that let's stick with 300 for that, because it's about 300,000 years. But my point being is, in let's say 12,000 years, 12,000 years, we've gone from tribes that are just hunter gatherers to quantum computing. That's been 12,000 years. It's been a rough 12,000 years. Still 12,000 years. Now let's take that and let's look at the different aspects of the centuries, right? So if we say that something happened or occurred 12,000 years ago that didn't exactly agree with the human population and ended our human population, why is it that we think there was no humans that suffered a catastrophe that happened before this? Right? So what I'm alluding to in a really roundabout way is the fact that we have, as humans, we could have been in the we could have several human evolutionary scales, or not evolutionary, technological scales. For example, let's say human sapiens have been 300,000 years. In the first 12,000 years of that 300,000 years, why couldn't they have gotten to computing? Could they have, if they lasted 100,000 years, could they have left for the stars and just left their planet behind because of a natural disaster? It doesn't have to be that they left just because. It could have been a natural disaster that forced them to leave, right? Interesting when you think about that. So when we say ancient aliens, could it just have been humans left over from the civilization that left or got destroyed? Atlantis being a story based in that mythos. I would say with confidence that why wouldn't we believe that humans could evolve in that period of time that rival our civilization? Calculate the planets. We knew about the planets. Our ancient civilizations had theories on 9 planets or 9 bodies of astral objects, and they could have tracked them for sure. I'm not getting in, but we're in conspiracy mode tonight. Oh yeah, we're not gonna let the rational mind take over. But it's just as good of a hypothesis, right? Instead of us looking at or ancient aliens being the answer, it just could have been humans. Why not? Is there something wrong with humans that we can't learn over 6,000 years? Oh, wait, hold on. We have. So think about those terms. I want you to open up your mind when you're listening to the podcast, because this is very important on where we go as a species. Because if we're so small-minded to think that things haven't happened or occurred in the past, that we might have been what's a good word, more advanced. Why not? Makes sense, right? I wish this was stacked, but it doesn't. Okay. What is that? rosemary in. Let's see if I have the rosemary. So, ancient aliens building our stuff. I don't believe it. But what I do believe is the fact that maybe ancient humans helped build their stuff because they're left over from whatever catastrophe occurred in whatever timeline. Right? Pretty cool, right? When you think about it in those types of reasoning, even if it's a conspiracy theory, it has a sound, it has a little bit of a truth to it, which is kind of cool. It doesn't mean it's true. Don't be saying anything is true. It's a conspiracy theory. That's why we're going at that. But maybe we find evidence. Göbekli Tepe in Turkey is a monolithic structure that is huge, and they still don't know the extent of it. The pyramids, there's evidence. And what if the world looked different before the catastrophe? Were there land bridges? There are other things that humans could just walk across in the ice ages. Or maybe they created the ice ages, and all the humans were like, yeah, let's leave our area and go throughout the world and teach who we can find everything that we know, because we don't want to lose it. And it's a pretty cool thought if you think about it. And why wouldn't it happen? It just doesn't make sense to me that we just simply dismiss something that could be revolution, really. And is there any archaeological evidence? Well, I will bring forth the one note, or one thing a note, that in 10,000 years, will any of our buildings, superstructures, ships, anything be recognizable at all in 10,000 years? I would say no. As a matter of fact, we might have such a and that could have happened in the past, right? So put it in the comment section. What do you think about that theory? There's been probably, well, there could have been one significant human society, right? We don't know, because all of society could have been erased, right? I saw that and I was like, it's like playing a big game of where'd you put it last? Okay. All right. Let me go repair some of this armor. I love my stairs. They're impractical as hell. They really. Alright, this one is for demon hunters. Oh, I could have used that. Crap. Know your equipment, people. Know your equipment. What is balance? Crap. It's 1066. I think I'm up here somewhere. 10,610. 1510. I think I'm here. I need to go find more recipes. half figured out. Maybe we'll go attack some Sibians and see if I can pull some recipes from them. The armor bench. Do this. I highly advise this as another pro tip. Prepare all your stuff when you get back, because you'll forget if you don't. Okay, so that's my pitch for the conspiracy theory on ancient aliens. Maybe they weren't aliens. Maybe they were just advanced humans. Now, let's look at the Fermi paradox. In my mind, there's no way there can't be aliens or intelligent life in the universe. There's no way. There's no way. The Fermi paradox is a very believable paradox. But we're talking billions and billions and billions and billions of years worth of history in the universe. So we may not see or be able to see any remnants of any humans because it might be too recent. For example, if we look at what's a good one? 300 light years is pretty easy. 3,000 light years. Let's go to 10,000 light. 10,000 light, or even 100,000 light. Across our galaxy, looking at 100,000 years in the past, where were we technologically? So, I rest my case on the Fermi paradox. We might be looking so far into somebody's past that they might be equal to us or exceeded us already. But there's no evidence because we are unable to find them because they're not, because of the time slip. Or time dilation, maybe might be a better word. So the Fermi paradox is a true thing. We have to take time into account if light travels at a certain distance, at a certain speed. Now, I do have some interesting theories on light, but for now, let's just use it as a known quantity. If we're looking at a galaxy 200 or 2 billion light years away, that was a galaxy 2 billion years ago. Civilizations could have come and gone. But let's go closer. 14 light years, or 15 light years, or 300 light years. They just might not be that close. In in all honesty, they might not just be that close. And we're still looking. Where were we 300 years ago? Were we sending signals of radio signals into space? Probably not. Now, one of the things that I do enjoy is when they bring up the fact that they are looking for different signatures of life on the planets, which is kind of cool. I think that's a really cool idea. Meaning, life, at least not intelligent life, but all life creates certain chemicals, right? We look for those chemicals through what do we call them? Spectrum analysis or spectroanalysis. And I think that's really it's clever. It makes sense, right? Or we're still looking 300 years in the past, so whatever we see is 300 years ago, or 14 years ago, or 20 years ago, etc. So, intelligent life. Conspiracy theory? No. Has it visited? That might be that's a compelling question, right? There, I would probably say, we could have the conversation, right? Why would intelligent life travel all the way here? Well, for us, we're very we're explorers, and Star Trek really made it instilled, at least in Americans especially, but I think in all the human race, we're built explorers. We like to explore. We like to go to different areas of the globe. We like to go to where literally no one has gone before. So why couldn't aliens do the same thing? Like, however, once they got into our solar system, would they attempt communication? Because now they're light minutes away. So now they're seeing things at a different speed. So they're not looking at 100 light years. They're looking at 5 minutes ago. And I think that might, for any intelligent species, might be a plan. It's like, oh, these guys aren't at our level. Let's observe for now. We found life, and that's pretty cool. So, yeah, things to think about, especially on Ancient Aliens. They could have arrived. They could have said, or they could have been passing through, right? We got to land on this planet because of X, Y, and Z. Let's gather some resources. There's humans on here, or creatures, intelligent creatures. Well, let's teach them things, but we got to go, right? So there's a lot of different aspects to this that are pretty cool. So I would highly encourage you to put something in the chat. Highly encourage you to put something in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Share this with your friends. That feeds the algorithm. So I've heard. And thanks for joining us. It's been a lot of fun looking at skilling strategies and leadership insights, and at the end there are some conspiracy theories. Just 2 tonight, but we can enter in. Put it in the comments. Give me your own. And then let's see. In the comments, if you can introduce one conspiracy theory into Pax Dei, what would it be and why? So if you play Pax Dei, what conspiracy theory internal to the game would you throw in here? Like, is the goddess keeping us at our level? Or are there multiple gods? Pax Dei hasn't come out with a true background. They are working on it. But it'd be kind of fun to toss it around. I know I call it, in my songs that I write with Suno AI, I write it with where the lore is around Emphyr and the goddess, the benevolent goddess who gives all and resurrects us at her temples or stone monoliths when we err. All right. With all that said, catch my new song coming out probably Monday tomorrow. I'm doing a few minor tweaks to the video itself. It's Groove Through Life is what it's called, and then I have one called Closer Than I Knew, and that's already out on X, and it's also out on YouTube. So if you have a moment, check those out. Well, the new one coming out tomorrow, but Closer Than I Knew came out last week, and I tell you, the song itself is amazing. I use AI for the video, so you're rolling the dice on that. Hopefully the AIs that create a video will become a little bit more solid in the future. But until now, and I got what I got. I'll redo the video when the AIs get a little bit better. With all that said, we'll talk tomorrow. Maybe we'll talk more about AIs. And since it's the holiday season, maybe a little bit more history on the Yule. Or I shouldn't say on Christmas. And maybe even Hanukkah. 2 of the major religions, right, that celebrate during this time. A little bit different for each. But nonetheless, a celebration in winter. All right. Thanks for joining. Stay safe and be kind to one another.
With every step, a lesson learned. From fire's heat to the fields I've turned. The blade and bow, the forge and flame. I sharpen my skills, I play the game. Each day brings a challenge I must face. I train my hands with careful grace. From alchemy's art to the hunter's way, I'll find the strength to seize the day. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I'll face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. From the herbs I find to the iron I mold, each lesson learned is a story told. The stars above, they guide my hand. As I hold my craft, I take my stand. In the quiet woods, in the mountains chill, I push myself, I shape my will. With each new tool and every lore, I'm stronger now than I was before. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I'll face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. The road is long, but I won't turn back. The lessons I learned keep me on track. With each new skill, the stronger I grow. In the face of the storm, I let my courage show. I've tasted defeat, I felt the sting, but I rise again with each new spring. For knowledge is power, and wisdom the key. I'm forging my path, I'm breaking free. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I'll face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight.